Hi everyone, welcome to my review of the Montane Gecko VP12+, a bomb-proof, durable and lightweight running vest. I've enjoyed running since I joined the army back in 1999, and prior to 2020 the furthest that I'd run was the Edinburgh Marathon in 2017. But in 2020, when I took up trail running and decided that I wanted to start running ultramarathons, I quickly realised that I would need to buy myself a running vest. Prior to that, I'd been using a normal rucksack. However, unfortunately, it didn't really do the job very well. The frame was too hard, so it was uncomfortable on my back. The balance wasn't right, so it always felt as though I was unbalanced with the weight further away from my back. There were no pockets on the outside, or not ones that I could reach easily, so I was constantly having to take my pack off and take things out of the main body of the pack. And it just wasn't designed for the kind of mileage that I was looking at doing to build up to ultramarathons. Now since then, I've completed 4 ultramarathons, including the Lakeland 50 last year, which I managed to do in 13 hours. And the running vest which I bought to do all of that in was this, my Montane Gecko VP12+ running vest. Now, I've used this for over 1,500 miles of running, and I've got to say it's an absolutely fabulous, comfortable running vest. Now, the reasons that we have running vests instead of just using normal backpacks is because there's a lot of kit when you go on an ultramarathon. There's the standard safety kit that you've got when you go on a lot of trail running or fell running or ultramarathon runs. So you've got to have somewhere to hold it. It's also that it's got to be comfortable, because if you're doing miles and miles and miles, even the smallest niggle or the bit that's uncomfortable is going to get really, really irritating and annoying, and could lead you to not finishing because you're just so uncomfortable from the pack. It's also got to be designed in such a way that it's not going to bounce up and down too much, and it's not going to cause you irritation or tired you. And it's also got to be able to carry all the other stuff that you need as well, like your water, running poles, extra food, GPS device, compass, whistle, but also still be within easy reach so you can carry on running rather than having to stop all the time. So the Montane Gecko VP12 was specifically designed to be able to fulfill all of those requirements. If we go through the spec of the pack, this is a large, which is designed to fit people between 40 and 45 inch chests, and it's really comfortable. But it's also quite good at being able to adjust the size as well, so it remains comfortable. The 12 refers to the size of the main carry compartment on the back. This is a 12-litre compartment on the back. The plus refers to all of the extra storage, and one thing about this vest is it's got bags and bags of extra storage space, but importantly extra storage space that is really easy to reach. So starting from the bottom, there are 2 mesh pockets here, and there are 2 zip pockets here, which can be either used for storing food, your phone, but also it's got holes in the top, so if you wanted to put a bottle in, a soft bottle in here with a long straw, and keep the straw inside the elasticated tag, you can. Or you can use these specially designed mesh pockets here at the top that fit a half-litre softy bottle that comes with the vest. There are also 2 smaller pockets up here on the shoulder strap. There's also a compartment here that you can unclip, where you can keep a bladder, and it's also got a hook inside there so that your bladder doesn't fall down inside the bottom of the pack. And then it's also got a really handy compartment just on the back here where you can reach stuff behind you as you're going along, where you can keep hat, gloves, probably even a waterproof jacket would pack down to go in there as well. And then finally, it's also got these incredibly useful, massive side pockets. I normally keep my 4 waterproofs in there. I keep a lot of food in the side. I keep my hat, my buff, and lots of other stuff. And it's all really easy to reach as you're running along. Other attachments, There's also these elasticated loops, two on either, a pair on either side, top and bottom. That's for carrying your poles. However, what you can also do is you can untie the elastic and then you can attach them all onto the anchor points that are on the bottom here, and then you can carry your poles on the back of the pack behind you, if that's what you prefer. To keep it nice and tight and secure, there is a Velcro waist belt. That's really good. It's never come undone on me while I've been running. And then the excess can be stored away by rolling up the end and using these two tags to secure it so that it doesn't become unfolded and get in the way. The chest straps can be moved up and down the chest so that you can decide where they are most comfortable, and they then hook onto the other end and you can pull them tight so that you can make sure that it's all nice and comfortable and keeps everything in the right place. Now, as I said, I've had this pack for about 4 years now, and it's still in really, really excellent condition for a pack that's done over 1,500 miles of racing and training. Unfortunately, the chest strap broke about 3 weeks ago. However, I have got some replacements coming. But one of the things I really like about this vest is just how durable and bomb-proof it is. It's also really, really comfortable. I've never felt as though it's too loose. I've never felt it rub anywhere. I've never had any friction burns. It's comfortable from beginning to end of a race. It doesn't get too hot. There's a mesh material in the back and some padding, which means that on the back it's comfortable and it helps to draw away a lot of the sweat and moisture, so I don't get too hot and wet on the back. And the pockets are just so convenient for being able to reach stuff on the go. Having the water up here means that you can just drink while you're on the run. These pockets are really good for keeping my mobile phone and my food and everything else in. These little pockets here are really handy as well. And the main storage compartment carries loads and loads and loads of kit. And you can expand it to its full extent by unclipping these elastics, or using the elastics if you're not carrying so much, so it will clamp it all down so it won't jump around too much again, so it keeps it nice and comfortable. It really hugs my body and keeps everything in the right place for while I'm running. Some of the things I don't like about this pack, there's not many. Originally when I got it, you'll see that the chest strap system, there's a hook on this side and then there's a hook on the end. These hooks are great. I've never actually had it come undone while I've been running. However, these hooks, before I put the elastic band on, would constantly come unattached while it was in the car, and I was having to scrabble around in the boot or the back seat to try and find the chest straps before I went for a run, which is not the best. The waist belt, it's never come undone. However, even when you wrap this up, this can sometimes come undone and it can still flap around a bit unless you tie up this really tight so it stops it from bouncing about. Other than that, those are the two only minor things that I'd really say are any issue with the pack. Otherwise, it's lightweight, it's comfortable, it's got loads of storage, it's really easy to reach everything on the pack. It's all accessible on the front. The soft bottles that you get are really easy to fill and easy to put inside the pack. You're not having to faff around and force them in. It's just a really great, comfortable, versatile, bomb-proof pack for covering big distances in ultra marathons and trail running. So I hope you've enjoyed that review of my Montane Gecko VP12+ running vest. If you have enjoyed watching the video, then check out the other videos on the channel, and I hope to see you again soon.